Welcome back to another video. We were sent a new drone. Well, I say drone, parts of a drone from Axisflying. One of my favourite quads of last year was the Axisflying Manta 5 SE. This is the follow-up to the Axisflying Manta 5 SE, and it's called the Axis Manta 5 SE, but it's different. We've also got, what have we got in here? We've got a Eco 60 amp F7 flight controller stack from Axisflying as well. I've never used their stacks before, so that's going to be interesting. I mean, I have in the binder flap, but I've never built one. And then obviously we've got some motors as well. Now we did get some spare ones, so we'll open that one first. And these are the motors. So Axisflying, what are they? 2207s. Yeah, nice. Lovely quality. You can see already from that. I don't actually know how well that's going to be focused in, because I don't know where the focus point on the camera is. Let's have a look. There we go. So we can see lovely, lovely quality already from that. Let's flip back to the table. So, let us grab a knife and let us begin the frame build. Now, I've never built one of Axisflying's frames before. This is going to be interesting. So, within this box, we have got a set of stickers. Oh, that reminds me. Episode 1 of Stickerzine is now available to purchase, and you may notice on the golden ticket section, admittedly, it is the smallest logo there, but we're actually sponsoring the golden ticket. So grab yourself a copy of this and you could win a prize as sponsored by Squatting Quads. Right. So we've got some more stickers there. We've got an instruction manual here. Now, I don't generally find these instruction manuals particularly helpful. I just go at it and see what happens. Which is never a good thing. And then in here we've got screws, 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 wire, screws, things. Now we've got some lovely, oh man, you all know how I love my brightly coloured colours. So we've got some brightly coloured greens, purples, oranges, a couple of small parts there. I have no idea what they're for. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way, because I know what's going to happen. And by the end of this video, I'm going to cry unless I've lost something. ADHD brain for you. Okay, screws, let's not do that again. So I do like these parts. These parts are lovely. Decent quality prints as well. So what have we got? We've got 2 arm guards there in purple, 2 arm guards there in green, GoPro mount, crossfire antenna mount, DJI mount. Capacitor mount. Brilliant. Good job, Axisflying. Now let's just throw it all over there where I'm going to lose it. And here is then the frame itself. So we've got strap. And we'll lay all this out in a minute. A buzzer. Wire guards. Something that, until I was building for other people, giveaways, I didn't really use them myself. But they did make it look a bit neat. And then in here we've got standoffs. In fact, do you know what? Let's try and pull these out and leave them on the corresponding things. Because honestly, and then here we've got the camera standoff on both sides of that. So let's move this. Let's have a nice chill build session. And what will happen is, when I get something wrong, which I inevitably will do, I'll pause the camera, I'll scream off camera, and then I'll restart the camera, and I'll be chill again. So, what I can say about this instantly is, it's not as visually appealing. Let me just change the setting on this camera a second. It's not as visually appealing as the original Axisflying Manta, which had all sorts of sort of marble paint. I'll try and put a picture on screen now. So it is more of a classic carbon than the other version, which I thought was striking. That said, this purple is lovely. I like that, and I do like these TPU prints as well. So I think beyond question, it's going to look very, very nice. And I suspect the reason that they've gone with plain carbon instead of the carbon that they had on the last model is probably price, cost-wise. But it's a shame because it really did set it apart from anything else on the market. But it's alright, is what it is. Right. Let's have a look. So if we look at this instruction manual for a second, should be able to see it there. We've got the bottom plate here. We've got these limiter plates, which are these, which will then give us a bit of height. Got that then for the capacitor. Doesn't look particularly difficult. Famous last words quads. So here, that's a hole for the GPS just to sit on top of. What I don't know, before we start building, let's have a look together, is within this pack of electronics, there is also a GPS. You're going to need the right size of GPS. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not going to be a difficult thing to find. However, as a newbie, you guys are going to want... So we've got the flight controller and the ESC. And then in here, we've got the power cable, the capacitor, all the wires you need, but no GPS. We've got the nylon nuts, we've got the standoff screws. We've got everything you need, but no GPS. Which seems... My advice to Axisflying here is, if you're going to make something specifically with a cutout there for when somebody's building it, you need to include it. Even if you add it to the price automatically and you don't give them an option of not having it, I think the problem is you just need to include it. It's a great design. I like the design a lot. It's not over here. But yeah, you definitely need to include it, Axisflying. Moving on to the first part of the build then, and you're going to want to get the main piece of carbon that we've got here, and you're going to want to put these two little bits in. These will help recess the arms, and this is the main part of carbon at the bottom. That's the top plate that I've just picked up there, and we're just making sure that we know which way it's going to go around before we continue with the build. And we can see there, look, that those two little sort of pieces of carbon that stick up recess into the second part. It's what's called a split level frame. So they recess into the second part of carbon, and then the arms will go underneath them in a dead cat way. So as you can see from sort of in the middle of the screen, you've got 2 long arms and you've got 2 short arms. The short arms are going to be for the front and the longer arms are going to be for the back. We've then got a buzzer holder that goes into the front here like this. Just rewinding a little bit from the bit that we just had and putting the arms on. So you'll see with the arms, let me just take this apart, you've got a little recess there. And then you've got a recess here, look. And essentially you want them to go together a bit like this, like that. Just like that. As the famous Tommy Cooper once said. So slide it into here like this. And then this one will then slide underneath there like that. And then the same for the other side. And you've put all of the arms on there. Then obviously we need to do the rest. So let's continue at pace with the rest of the build. Coming back in then, we can see underneath, or should I start again? On the diagram here, you can see that certain things are coloured in certain colours. And if we go over here to the list, it tells you which screw to use. So for these ones here, so those two, and those two on either side, we're going to need to use the M3 12mm countersunk, and there's 8 of them. Now each bag should be labelled. And we're looking for M3 12 inch. Countersunk, and that's these ones. So we now know that these, let's get rid of everything else. Keep the build nice and simple. Switch this over now. And these are now going to go here, 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 and here. So let's get on with that now. So before we move on to the next part of this build, I just wanted to pause, go back a little bit, have a look at what we've actually done, because there's a few parts here that we've done off camera whilst the camera was charging that we just need to sort of recap on. So first of all, we put all of these screws into all of these holes, and that was wrong because these 4 in the middle here will need to be the longer ones, which are the 16, I think. Orange. What I noticed, you may not be able to pick it out on camera there. Possibly you can, but these are orange and these are red, so I'd probably advise using a bit of a different colour Axisflying, and these are purple. It's fine, we resolved it, we figured it out, we worked our way through it, and we got there in the end. But which one? Orange M328s are these. So these need to go into these holes. Then you've got the smaller ones here, smaller ones here, smaller ones here, and then these that we'd actually had in these holes, but there's one shot, and I knew we'd done something wrong, hence we just carried on. got to the end and figured it out. But these size, which are red M312s, you need 2 to go into here. The reason these go in here because they pinch down on this capacitor holder, which goes in that way. And then that's done. Now, at the back, again, it's very good the way that it's designed, because it's designed a little bit like the arms, whereby you've got little flaps and slits that go into each other. You can see there is a little slit there. Hopefully you can see that on camera. And then you've got a little slit here, and that just slides, pushes down on top there, and then it connects into the antenna holder at the back. We're going to have to lift this off to put it through, but that is the frame done. Obviously that goes on top, and the frame is done and complete. You'll then need, for the top, for the back 2, you need the blue one, which is M36 countersunk, and then for the GoPro one, they're going to need to be slightly longer, and they're green, and they're M310 dome heads, and there are 12 dome heads. I'm not sure what apparently for the motors as well. But that, I mean, that is pretty much the frame built and done and finished. The desk is a little bit of a mess, as I predicted it would be. There is still loads of screws and stuff free, but we haven't finished the build. We've just finished the frame. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to say that this is the end of part 1, and I'm going to stitch each one of these into one mega video. So you'll be seeing this initially as like a premiere, and on it, it'll be the whole process from the start, finish, to the testing, to the flying, to everything. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the camera now physically, so that I can then put this out as a separate video, how to build the Axisflying Manta DC5 dead cat frame, and then we'll move on now to the electronics. So I'm going to pause the camera 1 second. What I need you guys to do is to go away and get your motors and your flight controller and your ESC, and we'll move on to that bit next.